Hey guys, what's up? This is Kevin Crawford. I just figured I'd do a couple of videos, and one of them I want to talk about something I keep seeing on TikTok pop up. And I bought this product not through TikTok, actually through Amazon, which it's the same thing, just they're all labeled different. A lot of places label these vevor heaters, or however you want to pronounce it, vevor heaters. The one I have is Jevi Life, I believe it. Geveelife. I'm sitting here looking at it while I'm doing this. They keep promoting on TikTok that these heaters are, all amazing and so great. I bought one primarily just to take the edge off, and certain different places of the shop. We tried it the other day in the office, and something I didn't think about happened. We ran the exhaust port for it through the wall where I have an opening in the wall, and I completely forgot I had a rubberized sheeting on the outside of the wall just to stop water and snow and stuff like that. So didn't think about it, let it run for about 15 minutes, and all of a sudden looked out in the office and it's like, Jesus, why is that kind of smoky? Well, the exhaust on the unit had turned around and started warming up and melting the rubberized stuff on the side of the shop, or the side of the office. So we shut it down, and I haven't used it since then. But these things, they work, and I'll show you what it looks like right now. These things work, but they only work for a small area. Something like the size of this, you're not going to turn around and heat that with this. You're going to need something like this torpedo heater that I have bought from Tractor Supply a few years ago. It's 140,000 BTU, and we actually have this set up on a power controller, for a thermal power controller. So not only does it work off of this knob here, but also we have the unit that we just hang near it and away from it, so that way it'll sense the heat. But going back to this, these heaters are 12 volt. So as you can see, they have just a positive and a negative. They're fused. You can plug them into your car. I know people that use them on semis. In fact, my last boss was using a smaller version of these on the semi and was running K1 in a tank on the back of the truck. They have a control unit up here, and also they use a remote key fob, which I think is in my toolbox right now. And you can just fill them right here off the top. As you can see, I got cherry diesel in it, because that's what I run in the burner. And on the bottom side of these, tip it and pray to God that doesn't leak, you'll see there's an exhaust, and there's also an intake there, right there. You can see the black mark right here. That's where the rubber had melted. Again, like I said, it works great for a small room. So that 10 by 10 office, it worked really well in getting the heat up, especially with no insulation in there. But once you go to anything a little bit bigger than that, you're going to struggle to get it to come up to temperature. It'll come up to temperature up to a certain point, but these heaters aren't designed to heat a larger area. So if you have a small garage, if you have it packed enough and insulated enough, you might be able to keep some heat in it. But once you go past a certain amount, you're going to struggle with it. So I just want to give my recommendation, or my 2 cents about those heaters. They're not bad if you can get them for cheap enough. They're worth the money if you have a small area, but you might as well spend the extra money and end up going and getting the torpedo heaters. They work a whole lot better. And this is a Master MH140T KFA. Like I said, 140,000 BTUs. It runs on kerosene, diesel, and I believe you can use something else, and I forget what the other fuel was you can use in it. But I typically run off-road diesel or kerosene. And with this one, it has temperature controls and a readout of what the temperature is at the moment. And then you have a little fuel gauge so you can see what the fuel level is, which mine apparently is almost empty right now. I've been running it all morning. It has a power switch, and then you can see the power cord is very short. It's this top one right here. But we're daisy chained into another switch, which is this right here, and it's just a thermoelectric switch. Once it gets up to a certain temperature, it will turn on and off. So, not sure if it's a recommendation or not, but the torpedo heater works while we're still waiting on our floor heat to be done. So, figured I'd give everybody a heads up in case you're coming into the cold season and looking for a way to heat your shop, especially if it's a larger building, like this 30 by 50 with a Quonset. Like, all of this isn't insulated. We're still working on figuring out what we're going to do for that. And the torpedo heater right now has been the best thing because it'll instantly, well, I say instantly, it'll shock the heat in and it'll melt the snow off the building, when it does come. So, and if you keep it running long enough, you can actually get the concrete, like all this concrete here, will warm up and it'll actually hold the heat for a little bit, especially if you have a lot of vehicles in, like this stays in during the winter. It'll soak up the heat and then slowly release it. We also have a lot of steel that stays in the shop. So if we turn around and put our torpedo heater near it, like I'll show you, one of it we use, it's got an old pipe vise and stuff like that. It's made of all steel. What we'll do is we'll set the heater near it, get it to warm up, and then it'll slowly release heat over time. So you could leave it overnight and you might drop 10-15 degrees, but you're not going to be heating the shop back up, from 30 degrees back to 50 or 60. You might have to only heat it up from like 45-50, which saves a little bit of fuel, saves power and all that, as long as you cycle it daily. So like I said, just a quick video on that, and that's about it. Hope you all have a good day.